Welcome back. So, I'm tired. The reason I'm tired is that there was a work crew who came to work on the building next to mine. This work crew showed up at 6:30 in the morning, made quite a lot of noise, and the dog, when they weren't making noise, the dog was still incessantly barking at them. So it was awful. It was truly awful. And I lost, several hours of sleep to it. So, I ended up just falling asleep for 2.5 hours in the evening tonight. And that's when I was planning to do Toho practice, because that is what I was thinking I'd play, but I'm still too fucking tired. Game demands all of my attention. And then some. That's not gonna be for tonight. Actually, no, you know where... What do we need underground? Anything in particular? Not really. We could head over to the ice biome to get the Tinkerer. It would be nice to head over to the ice biome, because there is a chance that we would get a lizard in a bottle, which would help. I don't know if there's anything else that would really help in there, but a blizzard in a bottle would help. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything else that we could get that would help in there. Oh, you know what I had a thought? We could, if we wanted armor, we could actually get gladiator armor. It would not be good armor. But it exists. That would be probably relatively easy to farm. Because the drop rate is pretty high, isn't it? I don't know for certain, but I think the drop rate on gladiator stuff is pretty high. It's like 1 in... I'm tempted to say 1 in 14. I really wish I actually chose to farm that blood moon. Because I rather forgot the shark tooth necklace was a thing. By the way, casual 75 damage Eater of Souls. Just when you thought you had overcome your lack of defense with having max pre-hard mode HP, the game demonstrates to you just how little defense you actually have. burger. Can't think if there's anything cool we could do with, like, ice blocks and ice skates. I don't think so. But we need to get deeper into here is the thing. Let's see if we can't find a proper cave entrance. And kind of just look for a place to settle down and hunt for the Tinkerer. Once we get into it. Oh boy. It's gonna be nice to get the Tinkerer. You know, at least we don't have the instantaneous drowning associated with ice water like you do in Calamity. That's nice. I'd quite like if there were to be a real cave sometime in the near future. Nope, nothing at all. Wish there was something, but there's nothing. Also, I didn't put on our, kind kind of forgot to put on our Dune Rider boots. Heart crystals don't have any purpose except to sell at this point. Because we can't make heart engines. $128 damage and 22 seconds of poison. Everybody loves Master Mode Dart Traps. They are... What did I say? I was trying to be nice to Master Mode Dart Traps. But no, they're, like, they kill... I don't like that they one-shot you when you have 100 HP. I think it's something the game could do without. I don't know if this is deep enough to spawn a Tinkerer. I really don't. Like, I'm getting overwhelmed by sheer force of numbers. I'd like to continue along the minecart rail. But I think I need to go deeper to get the Tinkerer to actually be able to spawn. We don't need the Tinkerer to, like, kill the eye, but we also need the eye to show up to kill the eye. But I guess we could work on an arena for either of worlds. That might be a good call, but we need the Tinkerer eventually. No, do we? Do we even need the Goblin? Yes, I would like rocket boots for free hard mode. Okay. Like, that's about all, really. Like, that is actually all, I'm pretty sure. I guess spiky balls, too. Could be kinda useful. Excuse me, I can feel sneezes coming. And that one is gonna be back. Instant I made a concerted effort to actually sneeze as opposed to I need to sneeze for like 30 seconds. It's like, oh, you don't really need to sneeze anymore. Well, we need to reforge shit too. I kind of forgot about that function of the goblin. Like, maybe forget is a bad word. Cleanse it from my mind. Because He's a scam artist. Man, regular healing... Not regular, lesser healing potions suck. At least we're getting stuff to sell, even if we're not finding the goblin. There he is. Okay. Do we have a house for him? I don't think we do. Oh, we can buy a fucking grappling hook! Holy shit! That's another amazing items we can buy from this guy. I'm pretty sure we have zero further need to be here. And I guess we're just gonna... You know what, let's at least build the goblin's house far enough away from the others that he won't have his pricing increased by crowding. I think this should suffice. Because he is going to be an expensive investment. Are Cthulhu spawn? Not yet. Because I don't think we have anybody we can put with the goblin that he actually likes. We could put him in the caves, I guess, that's better. Yeah, we should put him underground, not, like, off to the side in the forest. And eventually we will, like, take the NPCs. I think once we get the tavern keep, we can actually get a cavern pylon. Oh, hold on, we can just move the nurse and arms dealer all the way down to hell, can't we? I think the nurse and arms dealer work. Or don't they work for any pylon? I'm not in the mood to go down to hell right now. Like, not on camera. I'll do that between sessions, and you can trust that I won't cheat or anything to get it done. But I want to, like, spend 10 minutes going to hell I don't even think we need a elevator here. Elevators are expensive, and mostly good for finding early hard mode stuff. So, like, what actually do I need a elevator for? I don't really think there is anything. I'm pretty sure there's not. We need some walls, don't we? No, we have some walls. Okay. You know what I forgot to bring, though? A door. Perfect. Goblin. So while we're waiting for the goblin, or while we're waiting on, like, I have to do this one, because we are literally waiting now. What can we do? Well, we want to equip the Dune Rider boots. Shackle, barrel, probably over the shoe spikes. So what can we do? We don't need another. Oh, this one's better, okay. So that, if we want to get a good modifier on it, isn't it better to keep the bad one? Yeah, it's better to keep the bad one. Mostly I think we've cleared out these chests. We should keep some of the bait. Yeah, there's ain't a ton of stuff to sell, but it might get us a good modifier on something. Probably not, actually, because we're gonna need to buy the grappling hook, too. Also, I need to check what his actual... Oh. 1 gold 78. So before we sell anything else, I get the feeling we're better off selling to the merchant. Or not the merchant, the arms dealer. Oh. Wow, you move fast. Oh my god, I didn't know you were this fast on sand. With the Dune Riders. 3796. Probably better to sell to the arms dealer. Okay, you have 7. Oh god. Is that even enough for rocket boots? Let alone any reforges. What about the grappling hook? No. You can buy the rocket boots and the grappling hook. Put it on... probably over the shackle. And we have a grappling hook. And now let's see, what can we actually reforge? We'll have rocket boots for all of pre-hard mode, but we can't even afford to reforge it once. I'm gonna guess the Cloud is in a similar boat, yeah. What about Dune Riders? Nope. Keck. Okay. No reforges for us, because the pain of being poor. Now the question is, where do we want to... well, how many platforms are we working with? We're gonna want to set up our arena in the corruption, maybe? Leave my mind out a bunch of obsidian platforms. Yeah. Is that enough for either worlds? Oh, have we found a bed, perchance? We have. Okay. So we could sleep nights away while waiting for Eye of Cthulhu. Let's get rid of these wooden monstrosities. What else? Other than this, we could... you know, in theory, I think we might be able to fight Eye of Cthulhu on the desert. It might be a thing. Dune Riders are fast. I've actually never had Dune Rider boots before. Strange though that sounds. Oh yeah, I have rocket boots, so I don't need to... oh yeah, I have a grappling hook. I've never felt so good about having a grappling hook in my entire time playing Terraria. So... I think... we don't have a lot of space to work with, but I think perhaps... well, first, hitting the Eater of Souls, but second, I think perhaps bridging this gap. You know what might be kind of cool that occurred to me just now? I was thinking, wouldn't it be a pain if my copper axe couldn't chop down, the Ebon cactus, or whatever you want to call it? The corrupt cactus? like, copper axes couldn't chop down corrupt trees and such. And there was, like, some sort of tiering of wood armor and weapons. It's like, rewards you for upgrading your axe. I don't know. Sounds like a dumb idea now that I say it out loud. But like, there's so many wood things that just sort of have no purpose. Unless you luck into them early. Which is kinda how it should be, but also like, a bit of why do these items exist syndrome. The worst one is, of course, Pearlwood. Imagine if Pearlwood, like, did something special but required one of the hard-bowed axes to chop down. All I can say is Pearlwood definitely deserves some type of buff. Like, they exist only for show, basically. Make sure all of the types of wood programmed into the game can be represented on weapon racks. Man, thinking about how many platforms I have right now ain't filling me with confidence, I can say that much. We're obviously gonna tear down these, like, scaffolding structures, but still. Come on out. Wonder if it's better to have one or two layers. We could go back to that living tree and, like, grab a few platforms out of there. How about we just, like... How about you guys just leave me alone? Like... I'm not here to hurt you. I bet you it's faster to leave, come back, than kill those. Only worry is, will I be able to get to this arena in time? And then I see how fast I move with Dune Rider boots, and I'm like, yeah. Should be fine. Provided there's no Eater of Souls-based interference. We should close off this gap, but... Oh, come on. Immediately 4 Eaters of Souls. Look, all I wanted to... Also, I didn't buy more bullets. And this is the most effort I have ever made for a single layer of platforms in the corruption. It just occurred to me that being dirt poor is not going to help our ammo situation. Ladies and gentlemen, we have removed the platforms that, like, piss off. Like, actually just leave. You can get a few more from the living trees. This is probably just going to be for Eater of Worlds, because, yeah. It will probably be better to fight Eye of Cthulhu somewhere else, maybe? Yeah, that's all we got. That is all, well, not quite. We have a handful more here. Oh! Okay. Okay. There's There is the ancient shadow scale now. I would rather have gotten the graves, but beggars can't be choosers. I suppose if we wanted to, we could... You know what? Let's do that. Let's head over to the dungeon and see if we can't get ourselves a water candle. And then maybe try to farm out the gladiator greaves. And then we'd actually have something resembling a good set of ore armor's defense, which is more than I thought we would have anytime soon. I just want to have a look for any chests near the surface. There's nothing that would be useful outside of selling in those, so maybe I shouldn't bother. Suppose an aglet might be a little bit better for boss fighting. Oh! Well, that's nice. Let's grab one of our foe. Let's put our money away. There's a solid chance we die. And let's also buy some more bullets. Ah, regular enemies are on us now. I don't know what... Should have brought some spiky balls, but we don't have the money to buy spiky balls in large quantities. They're like, aren't they like 15 silver a pop or some absurd shit like that? That sucks that the lip on that gap actually got me twice in a row. But I was gonna... When I thought about doing this, I really... should have paid a single thought. That zombie act... Okay. I was gonna say, if I died, that zombie actually killed me. But... honestly, that probably would have been pretty smooth if we didn't have quite so much interference in the terrain. So, how about we go home and put our money away? And then figure out what we're doing with our lives. So we have 7 gold. A decent bit of... yeah. decent bit of stats, now a decent bit of stuff to sell, and a brand spanking new Shield of Cthulhu. But with that done, I'm gonna use the restroom real fast. So, yeah. Alright. So, what just occurred to me is that we could head on over to the jungle and build ourselves a jungle pylon. That would be if I cared to do any house build, or rather any trekking across the world to build houses, which I don't really right now. So let's see. The unholy arrows. We're not gonna have a bow for a long time. We can do very little with Demonite. Can we do anything with... Can we make magic swords yet? No, you need... Well, we can make the storage... Oh yeah, we can, okay. We can make the storage heart. There is an exception to the no crafting rule, where magic storage is concerned. Because I am not using chests for the entire playthrough. So let's go grab our emeralds out of the chest. And what do we need? We need iron bars. So yeah, this is some of the only crafting I have in mind for this entire playthrough. Just do everything required to get magic storage. So we need... Why did I put that down? We wanted tungsten bars as well. I suppose... you know what? I was gonna say, I suppose we are theoretically limited in the amount of storage space we could make by how many tungsten bars we find. And that would be an understandable stance. But that's a little too harsh for me. I am going to veto that stance for my purposes. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick to the original plan, which is just get it set up. And then forget that you can make things with your own hands. Until another case that feels like it's should be an exception comes along. I do have one in mind right now. So we are not allowed to do anything with this furnace. Now, we did find this anvil, so we'll keep it to sell. Or potentially craft again if we happen to need one. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Ah, the woes of being stuck with a copper pickaxe. I question the motives of whoever over at Relogic. To say the copper pickaxe really needed to have -1 range. But, alas, I don't know how to make anything but storage units. Now, let's go mine out a few platforms from the living trees and build that arena just a smidgen bigger. Oh, a gnome! That's very nice. How much HP does he have? Enough that he can take a beating from our pickaxe and just about live. So let's get this rolled up. Oh, that bird, get away from him. Okay, gnome. Okay, we're in no imminent danger of dying. No imminent danger of dying, even. See, he's gonna need some help. The issue is, it's a little hard to help something that's trying to kill you. Show me your butt. There we go. That'll be very helpful for if we ever do need to get some rare stuff, which we might. So how many platforms did we end up with? 30. Better than nothing. We could go take a few from those trees as well, but... And it is a good idea. Because the thing is... If we fail the Eater of Worlds fight, the number of times we can summon the Eater is limited by the number of Shadow Orbs in the world. So it is actually a good idea to prepare thoroughly for the Eater fight. What sucks is that the number of times we can summon Queen Bee is also limited. So I'd like to use the Bee's Knees against Wall Flesh. And Beanade. Last time I did this, it was pretty awful for Wall Flesh because I got stuck using dynamite. Now the question is a Worm Scarf worth using some of the only buff potions we will ever see? Maybe, maybe not, but it's probably worth at least getting a reforge on something. Not entirely sure we'll be using the mini shark as opposed to like just spamming spiky balls. We'll be using the mini shark against Skeletron in all likelihood. We could also go get the Dryad, but that would involve building another house and preferably building one in the jungle, which we're not that far from. Maybe I will go build a house in the jungle for the Dryad and Witch Doctor. What time is it? 11:16. We got about an hour before I want to start Reborn. Probably should. That'll let us get sunflowers. Well, we have some sunflowers already, but it'll let us get grass seeds so we can actually place them and get some extra movement speed. Like I said, desert house. It is. Snake turrets, loop, scarab bombs. Unfortunately, not very useful. But that's okay. I will probably use regular healing potions for the Eater of Worlds fight. You know what we could possibly get is a Star Fury. That might be better than the Mini Shark for Eater. Maybe it is finally time to go and get some Sky Islands. We can even go to the jungle and rope up there. And maybe pick up the necessary walls to get a house for the Dryad. Though we wouldn't be able to make one for the painter until we came back. We should be okay to deal with the harpies. Probably still a bit on the low side for Sky Islands. This should be plenty high. Oh man, I thought that cloud there was gonna be an island, but alas, the game seems very reluctant to give me any Sky Islands, which is a shame because I'd quite like one. At this point, not so into the shiny red balloon, but would love me a bit of the old fledgling wings. Really, they're still around. Yeah. My god, the spawn rate for harpies is absurd. Unfortunately, I don't think feathers sell for enough to warrant killing the harpies for money. At least this will despawn them. Probably. Yeah, we have a grass pot at home, don't we? Wow. That is an impressive amount of the sky to have... Maybe not. There's about 4 islands per world. So, we're getting to the point where our luck is below average. With having not found an island yet. There's an island. Okay, come on. Doesn't matter which. We'll take it. Star Fury. No mod, that's fine. Also, no table and chair here. That kinda sucks. There's still some walls, so we'll still take them, but I was kinda hoping for a table and chair. Okay. Well, that's something. Lots of walls there. Lots and lots and lots of walls there. So now it's nighttime, which is not prime boss fighting time. So how about we pack up the stuff and head on out to get the Dryad and such situated. What's our furniture situation? Miscellaneous? Placeables. Where we know we're nowhere near out of chairs. Is there anyone else who likes it? Not really. Are we out of tables? No. We're kinda low on tables, though. Yeah, I think that's all of our tables. We actually do kinda need to head on over back to Hal and fetch ourselves some furniture. Wonder if we should put on the feral claws for the Star Fury. Probably should. Unfortunately, okay, what's going on here? The only thing is we're not really going to be able to afford pylons, are we? I don't think so. We can probably afford, like, one pylon, if we're being generous. Probably the jungle one. I'd like it to be by the jungle entrance. I forgot to bring walls. Okay, there's a jungle house down below there. Hopefully there's enough walls here. Yeah, there should be enough walls. I think that's a house's worth. I think that's 2 houses worth of walls. I hope so. Otherwise we have a bit of a problem, don't we? Yeah, that's enough for 2 houses worth of walls. Okay, let's get building. Not that there's any real opportunity for fancy builds here. Oh, piss off. Where is it? No, we have doors, we're fine. So we can get a Dryad. There we go. So now we should be eligible for the Dryad. Probably not gonna spawn instantly though. But I don't want to have to come back, because I wanted to buy grass seed from her for either world. Is it 11:35? These are suitable, right? Why does demolitionists come to live there? Did one of the houses that spawned somehow cease to be suitable? I suppose we could go back to looking for Sky Islands. Okay, the Dryad's here. I think one of the houses that spawn isn't suitable anymore. That's probably down to... That should be enough. That probably goes down to... Oh, how did the chair in there get removed? Chair. Yeah, how did the chair in this place get removed? World wonders. So he's gonna put in the feral claws for the Star Fury. We'll keep the band of regen on us, in case we want to change back. Okay. And now, we can get to work on our arena for Eater World. So we need grass seeds, dirt, sunflowers, platforms. Then we have to think, do we wish to sell stuff? To try and like reforge something. We probably want to take all of our sellable items out to, or some of our sellable items out to the arms dealer. Painter has arrived, so we can get the jungle pylon next time we stop by. Let's take a few of these gems. I'm not taking everything because I want to sell some stuff to the painter with the Dryad, who sells for more than the arms dealer would right now. But I don't want to go all the way over to the jungle. Nope. Nope. Murderer. See? Killing everything I touch now that I have the shield of Cthulhu. Come to think, we're gonna need to unblock that hole. So I suppose we could use this one. I was like, what is that? And that's a dragonfly. You reckon this is enough space? We could probably... expand the top platform a little bit. Just get out of here, please. And we could also use this area. Which might be a little better in terms of actually getting an orb smash. So we have sunflower coverage over the whole place. So it looks good to go for at least an attempt. I can't guarantee it's gonna go well. Probably not, but... Actually, do we have any play? We could probably put another layer of platforms up. Or at least a few more platforms, so we don't even have the platforms needed to, like, go. So... think about what we want to reforge. We don't have a lot of gold. We have 8 gold. We can afford to reforge our accessories a little bit, though. Get some spiky balls. So, how much do these run me? 71. I'm gonna need quite a few. Let's go up to... go to 200. And then we can... what is the cheapest? 1 gold 48. 3 gold. 2 gold 48. Doesn't really matter. We're going to be using both of these. Armored. We'll take that. Precise. We can go for a reforge on... oh, hey. Okay. Perfect. So do we want to try another one of the Dune Raiders? I think so. Boarding. That's good. Okay. That helps. Yep, that helps. Wow, we actually have... really? 23 defense? Would not have thought we'd have 23 defense here. Unfortunately, it's nearly nighttime. Oh, I didn't need that many bombs. We'll need them for a elevator only. No, wait, we're not gonna do a elevator. Yeah, we definitely don't need that many bombs. Not sure how I feel about Eater of Worlds at night. Also get those regular healing potions. Assuming we have a decent number. We do. Let's take 6 of them. I believe we've blown 1 orb. I'm fairly sure we've only blown 1 orb. Huh. Let's find an orb that's farther away. Actually, that entrance is as good. No, that entrance is blocked off. Okay, we'll blow this orb first then. Then we'll blow that orb and gonna move on. But we're gonna need to heal our HP first. Can we stop with the Eaters of Souls? Follow her. Let's just go home and heal. You can also sleep the night away. Don't know if you can sleep in a bed outside of a house. You can, I think. Not sure this is actually making time pass faster. Really sure that did not make time pass any faster. Like how they're all sitting in their chairs. I'm just curious if anything was different in 1.4. And there was something I didn't know in there, and I've forgotten what. Oh yeah, it was that the Axiomist recipes were just enabled by one gravestone. That's very nice. Normally you would just use some Jester arrows for this, but Jester arrows are not a thing I have. Oh, hold up. Star Fury does not go through platforms. I actually forgot about that. Actually, does it? No, it doesn't. Smash Mode Eater of Worlds resists spiky balls? Or does it just have enough defense that they do like 5 damage apiece? So I know it resists grenades. Like I can drop a grenade on it and it'll do... You know, more than I was expecting. But still not a lot. Crivens. 72 damage vial spit is kinda crazy. I wasn't expecting to be using the mini shark on Eater of Worlds, but seems to be doing an acceptable job, but not a good job. All things considered, like, consider my options. By the way, we are not going to see a ton of these regular healing potions in pre-hard mode. Hello, Yarima. I ascended beyond my own control. No, I have not. Unless you're referring to, I don't know, the many bodily functions I can't control. There are plenty of those. What I would give to never have to use the bathroom or sleep. Well, actually, you know, I wonder if people would sleep even if they had the option not. Like, I think honestly you'd probably get bored of life real fast if you had 10 more hours in a day. Because it's like, imagine every period of boredom in your life you have where, like, nothing I actually do is entertaining, but now I have, like, at least for me, 10 hours is, like, more than a doubling of my free time, easily. Like, yeah. Probably even, I'd say close to a tripling. There's Louis AFK in 1.4 now. This is good information for future Calamity series. Not so sure if it's particularly relevant to the no crafting run. So, Worm Scarf. We want this. Probably over Feral Claws. I was really under pressure there because we can't summon Eater Worlds that many times in this world. Because we can only summon it as many times as there are orbs divided by 3. So, I'm glad we got it. Now let's put the regular healing pots away, because we really will not be seeing many of those in pre-hard mode. At least I don't think we will. We have like 20 of them right now. But I think the only places you get them are shadow chests, which we're not guaranteed to come across a key for, and sometimes hell pots. Once we get to hard mode, we can farm them from killing wall flesh. I think I want to take this grav pot out and, like, try to find a few Sky Islands, because I would quite like to upgrade our Lucky Horseshoe to Fledgling Wings. Other than that, we don't have a ton of use for... the shiny red balloon, because we can't combine it with anything. And other than that, we have a Star Fury. Yeah, it's really, I want the wings if we can get them. Oh yeah, you don't die from fall damage when you hit clouds in 1.4. That's a pleasant change. I still have 1.3 ingrained in my brain where you need to be careful about clobbering your own skull against the Sky Island. So, what time is it? It's 12:02. Probably not enough time to do anything in the jungle before I want to do Reborn, but then again, we maybe have 15 minutes. So it's possible we could run over there and have a look for the fiberglass fishing pole. Bollocks. Well, I suppose we got a better Star Fury without having to pay for it. We're not likely to see... What is the thing above my base? You mean, like, the yellow things? Those are the relics. If you mean the obsidian bed... Oh, hey. It's an obsidian bed. Ugh. I don't have a lot of choice in the type of furniture I sleep in. Sky Lake. Might be a water chest. Nope. Not that any of the stuff we get from it is particularly relevant. The giant thing made out of wood. I tried to get to the Sky Islands right at the start, but there were none of them before Harpy Town began. Because I wanted, the Skyware furniture and the walls you can get from there, as well as a potential Star Fury and all the goodies. So that's the end of our grav pot. We're just about... Yeah, okay. We can head to the jungle and buy the jungle pylon at least. That's a good idea. Why didn't I use rope? You see, I couldn't build any houses without crafting tables and walls and chairs. And so I couldn't get a merchant to buy rope and didn't get... I don't think I got enough from breaking pots and stuff. Eventually I ended up just digging down right here. And gotta keep in mind, you don't even have torches to start with. So, like... I was lucky to find a mushroom biome that had a few pots and such that gave me torches. That was fortunate. I was also lucky to find an ancient gold helmet and ancient shadowed scale mail. Hopefully the painter actually lives here. I think he does, yeah. Okay, which of you chumps sells the pylon for less money? 8 gold 90. 8 gold 90. And you are 7 gold 90. I'm fairly sure the painter with the Dryad in the jungle is probably our happiest NPC right now. So, like... yeah. We can have a quick peek at the jungle while we're here. And see what we can and can't get our hands on. What are we really interested in here? Oh yeah, fiberglass fishing pole. Normally I ain't one to fish, but the fiberglass fishing pole is the earliest pole we can get before the mechanics rot, and I actually do want to fish up some stuff. There's a handful of things that could be helpful. Oh, hold up, it's a spiked jungle slime. I thought it was a bat that was hitting me. This might be the greatest spiked jungle slime in the history of spiked jungle slimes. I'm actually fucking dead to poison. You just buy the first thing. Ignore me getting a 100 to 0 to buy a spiked jungle slime. Hey, can we buy the forest pylon from the merchant? We can. Well, no, we can't. You know what, I don't feel like walking back to the jungle. How long have I been at Terraria for tonight? Now we're 53. We can go grab it. Take all of our sellable items. Broken musket. Press F to pay respects to the broken musket. We have, aside from Demonite storage units, we have 0 use for Demonite. We have 0 use for Shadow Scales at all. I'm not gonna walk over to the Dryad. Fuck it, I don't feel like doing that. Oh, wow. That's not a lot of money. Let's just sell enough stuff to get the pylon. So we have... That's enough. Time is money. Alright. And I think that is actually going to be it for Terraria for tonight. You managed to kill the Eye of Cthulhu in Eater of Worlds, and we're actually on track to accomplish something, which is a novelty for this ill-conceived idea of a playthrough. So, yeah. I am going to go let Gracie out, and then we're going to come back with Victory Road and Pokemon Reborn. So, if you're into that, stay around. If you're not, I will see you next time we play Terraria.